we are hoping that we have a lot of work to do to it. But we have a committee that's working on the committee, and the whole church is back in the committee. And we want to really bring it back into the same original state that it was in to start with. Understand that the steps, even the steps that comes out up to the building, you know, it was said that those steps were wooden steps, and we probably will have to go back, make them wooden just like they used to be. We had changed some of the windows around. We had to go back and do the windows original way, just like they used to be. So just the preservation of it, you know, and we have people stopping and wanting to come in and see it. We have groups coming by here, and then the committee that takes them on tours, and just to have something this historic in the community that makes me feel good.
My biggest hope for the future of the school, I've heard them say in many meetings, is that we have, you know, just a few existing members still alive, that some can't get up to the door because of the steps. We would love to see a ramp here for this school. I'm very happy that we're getting more tours and people are learning more. I would love to get more of the word out that here's a school with some of the original pieces for people to see. And I think now, you know, we have to utilize social media and all types of technology to get that, to be able to educate and go beyond just our local reach. Some of the things I would love to have in the school, of course, we would love to have things like the heat and air, so it could be 365 around, so people can come and visit all times of the day, all times of the year, excuse me. But I like keeping the original pieces. I like the rawness of the original pieces, and that people can actually come and get that sense of this is how it truly was. This is sitting in the seat of history, and that is just overwhelming.
I see this as an opportunity, not only for this community, but for communities at large. Since we live in a digital age now, to where you're able to reach people, not just amongst your community, but really Populations International, what I really, and the leaders of Cain's Chapel, what we see is the opportunity to provide education. Education for this next generation coming along, and education for generations to come. We see this as a community center where we can host events, where unfortunately we have some elderly where the digital age just, they feel like passed them by. And so we see this as an opportunity for them to come and to learn a little bit about this digital age, to have computer classes. Believe it or not, there are some elderly that don't even know how to turn on a computer. They feel as though if they press one button, they'll wipe everything out. And so to give them the sense of pride, to be able to know, this is how you turn on the computer. This is how you use one with Microsoft. This is how you go in and you can type up a document. This is how you go online and you can look at various things. To do that for our elderly population is huge. We see it as an opportunity for the next generations coming along to host events such as career fairs, to where we can have some companies come out and give them the opportunity to practice what it's like to interview, so that after they leave these walls, if they do interview elsewhere, they'll have the tools that's necessary to be able to go out and speak intelligently to a company that they're proposing that they'd like to work for. We see it as an opportunity to do all of these things and more.
Well, I was hoping we get a grant where we can fix the steps, a handicap ramp, and steps, and you know, maybe get that in with the guideline to do some heating and air conditioning around and just keep preserving it like it is.
My hopes for the Russell School is to for everyone that comes to this area, for them to know about it, for us to have community events and activities. I would love to see canning and jarring and pickling and crocheting, things that they did that were era specific that are lost arts now. I would like to have yoga on the lawn because our lawn is so beautiful. I was raised on this road. It was a dirt road when I was growing up, so I didn't know anything about the school, but I want everyone to be able to enjoy it and to be able to see the beauty of the things that they did, like the beadboards and the windows, and we have the original floors, and how sturdy it is now in the 21st century. Then we don't build things, structures, the way that they built them during those times. So I would like for everyone to be able to enjoy this community gym.
Oh, I think Russell School should, I think the school should always stand. For one reason, for, the history of it. And I think they should do something in here. Plan on doing something in here, If it ain't nothing but put an exercise place or something, I think, I'm hoping that that's what they're gonna do, gonna plan something in here for the children, to come in and do. I think it would be really nice.
Well, I'm a dreamer. I would like to see, we're in an educational environment here with the universities and the schools. I would like to see classes taught from the elementary level to the university level. And this would be a place where they could come and teach these classes. There's a mystic about this Russell School. Once you start the journey, as mentioned probably earlier, that our steps were wooden steps. When you enter those steps, you come into an educational environment and you feel the discipline of the education here at Russell School. And by being a discipline, back in 1946, blacks had only the schools and the churches that they had. So it would be so wonderful to see these elementary to the university people come and use the building, not just let it stand here to come in as a museum. It needs to be functional. And I would love to see funds and donations. And the donations don't have to be financial. Some of the professors, some of the teachers could bring their classes here to teach here in this lovely building and just use it as is. If they teach in the wintertime, come and fire up this coal stove. But we're gonna need bathrooms and facilities of that nature. And so we need this funding to take place here. So there's I'm sure with the insight and the impact that the community have, once we get Russell School out there, they're gonna start giving. Like I said, once they come up those steps and they feel that spirit of education and being adjacent to a church also, I think this is gonna go a long way. These are my dreams for Russell School. And I want the children, the dreams that the children and the people that come here, they can see this is a living history. They can touch it. They can tell it. These are things that need to stay established and in place here. Rosenwald, to me, in my research, he had a heart of doing the right thing. And I want children today to learn to do the right thing. I don't want them to see color or financial status. I want them to see education. You can just about learn things here at Russell School. That's what I want them to feel as they come into the school. That's my idea for children. And not only children, young adults. Like I said, we have a lot of universities here. North Carolina Central, Duke, and all these universities here. I want them to come in and be a part of this. This is the new world. It's not Jurassic Park anymore. This is the new world, as Disney says.
I was a member of Cain's Baptist Church here. My wife is a member, and that's how I became to be a member here. But I did not know that this school had all the historical impact that it had on the community until after I was here for several years. And I kind of kicked myself in the butt for not really taking time to really investigate the hidden jewel that was in my backyard, which was the school. But once I identified the hidden jewel that we had, it was a great opportunity for us to rally around and the whole church again to rally around to make sure that we can keep the school preserved in the condition that it is.
Just the love that my mom, she's passed recently, and just the love that she had for the school and the church. I just hope for it to live on forever, because that's the thing. She was an educator and a counselor in the school system, and she just, was instrumental in just all of this, helping with, just preserving this and having this, and for future generations to share. And like I said, just it's beautiful to let my children see that, this is something that we have all played a part in as a family, as a community, and a church.